What is the future of humanity? Wow, look at this, first of all. Is this incredible? What is our future? Hello, magnificent humans. My name is Maria Elise, and I wrote The Realm of Unity, a utopian fantasy or a guidebook home to yourself. And today I want to talk about the future of humanity. I went to a conference last weekend, and there was a panel talking about the future of humanity, and it was very interesting because there was no definitive answer. Of course, some part of me wanted to hear beautiful words and to hear how our future is going to be amazing. And but people talked about all kinds of things. People talked about some doomer things and extraterrestrial things and nanobot things and political things. And it was very interesting to observe all the different opinions. There were about 6 people on the panel who were talking. And nobody actually talked about what they thought was, exactly what they thought our future was going to be. And the truth is, it's up to us. And one of the things that I've realized is that we get to choose what kind of future we want. So we don't need to find out from other people what the future is going to be, because we are not victims of circumstance. We are actually the creators of the future that we want. And so this is the premise of my book, The Realm of Unity, and it is an immersive experience into a beautiful world, and it is 5% horrific and 95% love and light. Because my character in the book, she chose the path of love. And because of that, she ended up in a world of love. And how the future unfolds depends on what we choose in every single moment. This morning, I woke up with a lot of heaviness in my heart and a lot of negative thoughts, which is not unusual for me. I seem to have come in with some dense, heavy energy to this lifetime that I'm working through. I know from all the work that I've done that this is not me. It is just an energy that I am learning how to navigate. And I decided this morning to come out here to the beautiful Kent Lake because being in nature always helps. And I also recognized that trying to get rid of those heavy feelings doesn't really work. It's kind of a resistance or pushing against, like if only I could get rid of this heavy feeling. That usually doesn't work. It's my technique, or it's not really a technique, but it's just to acknowledge, oh, okay, here it is. Here's this heavy feeling that I've had many, many times before. And I know it's a passing storm. I know it will lift. And I also know that being in nature, I never regret being in nature. I always love being out in nature. Even just being here uplifts me and helps me to reconnect with who I am and what I came here to do, which is to share this message, this possibility. One of my gifts is to vision. I have the ability to vision. And I notice that this is difficult for a lot of people. A lot of people, when I ask them, what do you truly want? It's hard for them to access what their soul really wants. Usually it's something like, oh, I wish I had more money, or I want a new relationship, or, I wish I could get a promotion at my job. Something pretty minor, but, and not that those are minor, but to really access what your heart truly wants, it's a skill, and it takes practice to go for the deepest soul longing, because most of us just don't believe. My dog is here. Here, let me show you my doggie. the deepest soul longing is what you're here to give to the world. And I want to help people access their deepest soul longing and act in accordance with that, because this is how we build together a more beautiful world. And this is what I am striving to do myself, is to live in accordance with my soul longing. And so those deeper longings of the heart, no matter how big, no matter how impossible they seem, that is where your heart is guiding you. That is where your heart is leading you. And that is the path to follow, because your heart will never lead you astray. The heart will never lead you astray. And how do you know if it is your heart's guidance? It lights you up. It feels so good and so expansive and so incredible when you think about it. So if you want a relationship and you imagine, a beautiful home, and maybe you want children, and you imagine living in a home with children and a loving embrace and happy children running around, that is your soul guidance. That is your soul speaking to you. Anytime your soul speaks, it is so uplifting and so expansive and so alivening that it awakens that deeper part of you, that passion, that thing that you would do no matter what, that you would do even if you didn't get paid. That is your soul speaking. And that is what I want to help us learn how to connect with. Remember those soul callings. Because this beautiful world that I envision is where each and every soul is aligned with their purpose. Each and every soul is operating from joy, not from I've got to get something, not from greed, but from a deep alignment with purpose and love. And this, my friends, is what builds this new, beautiful world. And we are here to help inspire each other. We are here to awaken. We are here to bring out that beauty that exists in each and every one of us. We are here to build something so incredible and so amazing that it's going to knock your socks off. I can feel it. I can feel it vibrating in my body, this new world. And it is incredible. I'm telling you. The biggest obstacle that I find inside myself is that voice inside that says it's not possible. That voice inside that says I'm being unrealistic. That voice inside that just says, oh, you're just delusional. And that is the saboteur. That is the darkness. That is the lie. It is not true. That incredible light that you are is just begging to be released, just begging to be followed. And the only thing that is required is that each day, are you stepping towards it or away from it? Are you following the voice of doubt? Are you following that voice that is so scary, yes, terrifying, yes, but so alive? And just keep taking one step after another towards that goal. Anything that shows up in your path that is not towards that goal is not the right path. And so this is what I'm learning for myself. And that's why I'm sharing this with you, is take one step, another step, another step. Is this going in that direction? Is this a step in that direction? That's all that is required. And have that trust. I love this analogy. I've heard this several times. It keeps coming into my awareness, so I want to share it with you. anytime you have a goal or a desire, it's like ordering at the restaurant. Like, oh my God, look at that tiramisu. It sounds so good. And the waiter comes up and, what would you like for dessert? And you go, I'll have that tiramisu. It sounds amazing. And the waiter says, yes, that's incredible. It's one of my favorite dishes too. And you're going to love it. And the waiter leaves and you sit in eager anticipation, and you know it's coming because you ordered it. You know it's coming. You don't have to follow the waiter. You don't have to check in the kitchen every 30 seconds. You don't have to, go, oh, well, I'm not worthy of it. And, and who am I to ask for tiramisu? And no, you know it's coming. And so you sit in like eager anticipation and excitement that your order is coming. And that is how you manifest what you are dreaming of. Is you place that order to the universe. Oh, I want that beautiful, loving relationship. Oh, I want that new kitchen. Oh, I want that exciting experience. I want to just have that, all the abundance coming to me. All those things that we long for, asking, why is it we long for it? Because it feeds our soul, and really connecting with that part of you where your soul is so fed. That is how we build this new world. And that is how we determine the future of humanity. Are we stepping towards those goals? Are we stepping towards that light? Are we stepping towards what we want more than anything? Or are we following that fear path, the old fear path? One step at a time, one scary, trembling step at a time. We step towards that light, towards that which we want to create, towards that which lights us up. And that is how we do it, my friends. That is how we build the future of humanity. That is how we choose a world of love. That is how we get there. And I hope this was helpful, and I send you so much love. Mwah.